Hello wine lovers, Matthew here from Simply Spanish Wine for another tasting video, and today we're up in the northwest of Spain looking at Bico Da Ran by Eulogio Pomares at Fento Wines. This is a fresh, aromatic, everyday Albariño from the best vineyards near the Atlantic in Val do Salnés. So Bico Da Ran is made by Fento Wines, which is an absolutely brilliant winemaking project founded in 2012 by one of Galicia's most respected enologists, Eulogio Pomares, and it's focused on the traditional grapes and wines of Rías Baixas, although they do also source and make wines from the Dow region of northern Portugal. Now, Eulogio has wine in his blood, don't we all? His grandfather, Ernesto Zarate, founded the famous Galician winery Bodegas Zarate back in 1920. And Eulogio went away to study in Bordeaux, and he also made wine in Germany, where he was also looking at the similarities between the Albariño and the Riesling grapes. And he then came back to Spain and took over the helm at Zarate in 2000. Now, the Fento team work with local Rías Baixas grape varieties, and they also partner with local winemakers to ensure a really sustainable, manageable approach to their winemaking, which respects the local environment. Vines in the main are located in the Val do Salnés and Condado de Teas subzones of the DO, and they're planted in the sabre soil that formed of weathered, sandy granite. And the vines are normally trained above the ground on pergolas, which is very typical in that part of Galicia, to ensure aeration and to ward off the damp. All grape picking is done by hand. There's lots of careful selection of fruit in the vineyard, and fermentation takes place in stainless steel vats. So, Bico Da Ran, what is it? Well, this is an Albariño. It's a 100% Albariño, a grape you're probably familiar with if you've been in Spain a while and you like your fish and your seafood, because it pairs brilliantly with them. Now, in Bico Da Ran, the grapes are selected from the best vineyards in Salnés, which is the lowest lying subzone of the DO, so it's right down by the Atlantic around the town of Cambados. And harvest takes place early in the morning. Why do they do that? Well, they do that because it's nice and cool, and that's where you keep the freshness and the aroma in the grapes. The must gets cold fermented using yeast that really enhance the primary aromas. And once fermentation is complete, the wine gets cold stabilized and filtered before bottling to preserve aroma and freshness. It's got quite a green, quite a fresh nose, perhaps with the faintest hint of tropical fruit, maybe a light touch of melon and peach in there, and all those citrus notes too, which you'd expect from a well-made Albariño from Rías Baixas. Plenty of fruit on the palate too, but it's beautifully refreshing fruit, not cloying at all. So that's going to keep you coming back for more. And yes, as I said, if you pair this with a lovely tapa of prawns, maybe some razor clams perhaps, this is absolutely unbeatable value Albariño. Bico Da Ran from Eulogio Pomares in Rías Baixas in Galicia. Available now on the Simply Spanish Wine website. Cheers.